Fact 1. The importance of sleep for brain function. Sleep is crucial for the brain to work properly. When we sleep, our brain gets the chance to rest and repair itself. It helps with memory, learning, and problem solving. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to focus and process information. During sleep, the brain also clears away waste. This waste buildup can slow down brain function if not cleared. That's why a good night's sleep can make you feel refreshed and ready to think clearly the next day. Sleep also helps with emotions. It lets the brain sort through feelings and stress, making it easier to manage them. People who don't sleep well often feel more irritable or anxious. Lack of sleep can affect decision-making too. When we're tired, it's harder to think through problems carefully. We're more likely to make mistakes or snap decisions. But after a good night's rest, our judgment is sharper. For the brain to function at its best, we need quality sleep each night. It's not just about resting the body. The brain needs sleep to stay healthy and strong. Fact 2. How sleep affects memory and learning. Sleep plays a crucial role in memory and learning. When we sleep, our brain organizes the information we learned during the day. This process is known as memory consolidation. During deep sleep, the brain strengthens the new memories, making them easier to remember later. Sleep also helps improve our ability to learn new things. Studies show that getting enough sleep before learning something new boosts our ability to retain the information. On the other hand, poor sleep can make it harder to absorb new material. In addition to strengthening memories, sleep clears out irrelevant information. This allows us to focus on the most important things we need to remember. Without sleep, the brain can become overloaded, making it harder to focus and remember details. Sleep also supports creative thinking. During the REM stage of sleep, our brains are highly active, and it's during this time that problem-solving and creative insights often happen. So if you're working on a challenging project, a good night's sleep might help you find solutions you couldn't figure out before. Ultimately, sleep is essential for retaining what we've learned and for staying sharp during the day. Without enough sleep, both memory and learning ability can suffer. That's why sleep is as important for studying as the time spent actually learning. Fact 3. The role of sleep in emotional regulation. Sleep is closely tied to how we manage our emotions. When we don't get enough sleep, we're more likely to feel irritated, anxious, or overwhelmed. This is because sleep helps regulate the brain areas responsible for emotions, especially the amygdala, which processes fear and stress. A lack of sleep can make the amygdala more active, which means we're more likely to react strongly to negative emotions. This makes it harder to stay calm or think clearly during stressful situations. When we're well rested, our brain can handle emotions better, helping us respond to challenges with a clearer mind. Sleep also helps us process and understand our feelings. During sleep, the brain sorts through emotional experiences, helping us cope with and learn from difficult emotions. If we're sleep deprived, this emotional processing doesn't happen as effectively, which can lead to emotional instability and heightened stress. Additionally, poor sleep can make existing mental health issues worse. Conditions like depression and anxiety can be aggravated by sleep deprivation. Getting enough rest can help regulate mood and reduce the intensity of these conditions. On the flip side, good sleep improves emotional resilience, making it easier to bounce back from setbacks. Sleep helps the brain reset and refresh, so we can approach our emotions with a healthier mindset the next day. In summary, sleep is essential for emotional balance. Without it, our ability to manage emotions and stay grounded is compromised, making sleep one of the most important factors in maintaining mental well-being. Fact 4. The sleep cycle. What happens in each stage? The sleep cycle is a fascinating process that happens every night. It consists of different stages, each playing a unique role in our overall rest and recovery. There are two main types of sleep: non-rapid eye movement, NREM, and rapid eye movement, REM sleep. The cycle begins with NREM sleep, which has 3 stages. The first stage is light sleep, where you drift off and can be easily woken. Your muscles begin to relax and your heart rate slows down. The second stage is a deeper sleep, where the body begins to repair itself. your body temperature drops and your breathing becomes more regular. Stage 3 of NREM sleep is the deepest and most restorative. This stage is when your body does the most healing and growth. It's crucial for physical recovery, as the body releases growth hormones and strengthens the immune system. Deep sleep is also important for memory consolidation. After the NREM stages, the body enters REM sleep. During REM sleep, your brain becomes very active. This is when most dreaming occurs. REM sleep helps with emotional regulation, learning, and memory processing. It's also essential for cognitive functioning and problem solving. The body remains still during REM sleep, which prevents you from acting out your dreams. The entire cycle lasts about 90 minutes, and it repeats several times throughout the night. Each cycle is important for overall health, and both NREM and REM sleep contribute to physical recovery, memory, and emotional well-being. Fact 5. How sleep boosts immune function. Sleep plays a key role in maintaining a strong immune system. When we sleep, the body produces cytokines, which are proteins that help fight off infections and inflammation. These cytokines are essential for the immune response and help the body heal and recover faster from illness. Getting enough sleep also helps regulate the production of white blood cells, which are responsible for attacking harmful invaders like bacteria and viruses. During sleep, the body's immune system becomes more efficient at detecting and fighting infections. Lack of sleep can weaken the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to illness. Studies have shown that people who don't sleep enough are more likely to catch colds and other infections. Sleep deprivation can also make it harder for the body to recover from illness. On the other hand, good sleep supports the body's ability to defend itself. When you get quality rest, your immune system gets the time it needs to repair and strengthen. This is why sleep is often called the body's natural defense mechanism. In summary, sleep boosts the immune system by promoting the production of key immune cells and proteins. Without enough sleep, the immune system's ability to protect the body from illness can be compromised. Fact 6. The impact of sleep on physical health. Sleep is essential for overall physical health. It's during sleep that the body gets the chance to repair itself and recover from daily wear and tear. While you're resting, your heart rate and blood pressure decrease, which gives your body a break from the stresses of the day. During sleep, the body releases important hormones, such as growth hormones, which help with tissue repair and muscle growth. This is why athletes, for example, rely on sleep to recover after training or competition. Without adequate sleep, muscle recovery slows down, and the risk of injury increases. Sleep also plays a significant role in regulating metabolism. Studies have shown that poor sleep can lead to weight gain by affecting hormones like ghrelin and leptin, which control hunger and appetite. Sleep deprivation can also cause insulin resistance, increasing the risk of diabetes. Good sleep supports cardiovascular health as well. Research shows that people who get enough sleep have lower blood pressure and a reduced risk of heart disease. Sleep helps reduce inflammation in the body, which is linked to many chronic conditions, including heart disease and arthritis. In short, sleep is essential for maintaining and improving physical health. It aids in muscle recovery, weight management, and heart health, and it helps reduce inflammation. Without enough rest, physical health can be compromised in many ways. Fact 7. Sleep and its effect on hormone production. Sleep has a powerful effect on hormone production. Hormones regulate many aspects of our body, from growth and metabolism to mood and stress. Getting enough sleep is crucial for maintaining balanced hormone levels. During deep sleep, the body produces growth hormone, which is important for tissue repair and muscle growth. This hormone also plays a role in regulating metabolism. Without enough sleep, the body's production of growth hormone decreases, slowing down recovery and affecting muscle development. Sleep also affects cortisol, the stress hormone. When we don't sleep enough, cortisol levels can rise, leading to feelings of stress and anxiety. High levels of cortisol over time can negatively impact health, contributing to issues like weight gain, high blood pressure, and weakened immune function. Another key hormone influenced by sleep is leptin, which controls hunger. Poor sleep can cause leptin levels to drop, leading to an increase in appetite and cravings, especially for high-calorie foods. This can make it harder to maintain a healthy weight. On the other hand, sleep boosts the production of melatonin, which regulates the sleep-wake cycle. A lack of sleep can disrupt melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and affecting overall sleep quality. In summary, sleep plays a key role in regulating hormone production. It influences growth, metabolism, stress, hunger, and sleep-wake cycles. Without enough sleep, hormone imbalances can lead to various health issues. Fact 8. Why we need different amounts of sleep at different ages. Sleep needs change as we age. Newborns need a lot of sleep, while adults require less. As we grow older, our sleep patterns evolve, and the amount of sleep we need gradually decreases. Newborns typically need around 16 to 18 hours of sleep a day to support rapid growth and brain development. Infants and toddlers still need 12 to 14 hours of sleep, including naps. This sleep is crucial for their development, learning, and emotional regulation. As children enter school, their sleep needs drop to 9 to 12 hours. Teenagers, however, often struggle to get enough sleep due to school schedules, extracurricular activities, and social pressures. They need around 8-10 hours, but many fall short of this requirement. For adults, the recommended sleep duration is 7 to 9 hours. While some adults may feel fine with less, most people need this amount to stay mentally sharp, physically healthy, and emotionally stable. Sleep helps with cognitive function, memory, and emotional regulation, which are essential for daily life. As we age into our 60s and beyond, sleep patterns continue to shift. Older adults often find themselves sleeping less or experiencing lighter sleep. They may still need 7-8 hours, but the quality of sleep tends to decrease, leading to more fragmented rest. In conclusion, sleep needs vary throughout life. Newborns and children need more sleep for growth and development, while adults need enough rest to maintain health and function. Sleep requirements shift as we age, but the importance of rest remains constant. Fact 9. The link between sleep and mental health. Sleep and mental health are deeply connected. Poor sleep can lead to mental health issues, while mental health struggles can make it harder to sleep. Getting enough quality sleep is crucial for emotional and psychological well-being. Lack of sleep can trigger or worsen conditions like depression and anxiety. When we don't sleep enough, our brain struggles to regulate emotions, leading to mood swings, irritability, and heightened stress. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation can increase the risk of developing more serious mental health issues. Conversely, mental health conditions can disrupt sleep. People with depression, for example, often experience sleep disturbances like insomnia or oversleeping. Anxiety can lead to racing thoughts that make it difficult to relax enough to fall asleep. Sleep also plays a role in regulating stress. When we sleep, the body has a chance to recover from the day's stresses. Without enough sleep, the body's stress response system becomes overactive, making it harder to manage stress during the day. In short, sleep is essential for mental health. It helps regulate emotions, reduces stress, and prevents the onset of mental health issues. Without enough sleep, mental health can quickly deteriorate, creating a cycle that's hard to break. Fact 10. How poor sleep affects mood and behavior. Poor sleep has a significant impact on our mood and behavior. When we don't sleep enough, we're more likely to feel irritable, anxious, and emotionally drained. Lack of sleep can make it harder to handle stress and may cause us to react more strongly to minor setbacks. Sleep deprivation also affects decision-making. When we're tired, we often make poor choices, such as overeating, skipping important tasks, or becoming more impulsive. These behaviors can lead to negative consequences in our personal and professional lives. In addition, poor sleep affects social interactions. We may become less patient, more argumentative, or withdrawn, which can strain relationships. This is because sleep helps regulate the brain's emotional centers, and without enough rest, those centers become overactive, leading to emotional outbursts. Sleep also impacts our ability to control our impulses. People who don't sleep enough are more likely to engage in risky behaviors or make impulsive decisions. This is because the part of the brain responsible for controlling impulses is less active when we're tired. In conclusion, poor sleep negatively affects mood and behavior. It can make us more irritable, less patient, and more impulsive. Getting enough sleep is essential for maintaining emotional balance and making thoughtful decisions. Fact 11. The connection between sleep and cognitive performance. Sleep is closely linked to cognitive performance. When we don't get enough sleep, our ability to think clearly, solve problems, and make decisions is compromised. Sleep is crucial for maintaining brain function, memory, and concentration. During sleep, the brain processes and consolidates memories, which makes it easier to recall information the next day. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to store and organize new memories, leading to forgetfulness and difficulty concentrating. Sleep also supports problem-solving skills. When we sleep, the brain makes connections between ideas, which helps with creative thinking and finding solutions. Lack of sleep can reduce cognitive flexibility, making it harder to think outside the box. Sleep is also essential for focus and attention. When we're sleep-deprived, it's harder to concentrate on tasks for long periods, leading to decreased productivity. This is especially true in situations that require complex thinking or decision-making. In summary, sleep is vital for cognitive performance. It supports memory, problem-solving, attention, and concentration. Without enough sleep, mental clarity and decision-making abilities suffer. Fact 12. Understanding REM sleep and its importance. REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep, is a unique and essential stage of the sleep cycle. It's during this time that the brain becomes highly active. REM sleep is vital for memory consolidation, helping the brain store and organize information gathered during the day. This stage of sleep also plays a significant role in creativity. Many creative ideas come to us during REM sleep because the brain is forming new connections and synthesizing ideas. Without sufficient REM sleep, it may be harder to come up with fresh thoughts or solutions. Emotions are also regulated during REM sleep. The brain processes emotional experiences, which helps us better understand and manage feelings. When we lack REM sleep, we may struggle with emotional control, making stress and anxiety harder to cope with. REM sleep supports problem-solving abilities as well. It's during this stage that the brain connects unrelated ideas, helping us approach challenges from a different angle. If we don't get enough REM sleep, our ability to think outside the box can be limited. Ultimately, REM sleep is essential for cognitive and emotional health. It helps with memory, creativity, emotional processing, and problem-solving. Ensuring enough REM sleep is crucial for staying sharp and balanced. Fact 13. The effects of sleep deprivation on decision-making. Sleep deprivation can affect decision-making in profound ways. When we don't sleep enough, our ability to think clearly is diminished. Simple tasks can become harder to manage, and decision-making becomes less accurate. We are more likely to make impulsive choices or overlook important details. Without enough rest, the brain's ability to process information declines. The prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for logical thinking and decision-making, doesn't function properly. This leads to poor judgment, making us more likely to take risks or make choices we later regret. Sleep deprivation also impacts our emotional responses. When tired, we're more likely to react strongly to situations, which can cloud our decision-making. The lack of sleep also makes it harder to evaluate the potential consequences of our actions. Chronic sleep deprivation increases the likelihood of making mistakes. It affects our cognitive abilities, making us slower to respond and more prone to errors. It's clear that adequate sleep is essential for making thoughtful, informed decisions. Fact 14. How sleep helps with physical repair and recovery. Sleep is critical for physical repair and recovery. While we sleep, the body undergoes several restorative processes. During deep sleep, growth hormones are released, helping repair tissues and muscles. This makes sleep especially important for athletes and anyone recovering from physical exertion or injury. In addition to tissue repair, sleep strengthens the immune system. The body produces cytokines during sleep, proteins that help fight infections and inflammation. Without enough sleep, the immune system becomes less effective, making us more susceptible to illness. Sleep also plays a role in energy restoration. After a day of physical activity, sleep allows the body to replenish energy stores and recover. If we don't get enough rest, the body's recovery slows down and we feel more fatigued during the day. Moreover, sleep supports muscle growth and repair. It's during deep sleep that muscles rebuild and strengthen, which is essential for both fitness and recovery. This is why sleep is considered just as important as exercise for physical health. Fact 15. The role of sleep in maintaining a healthy weight. Sleep plays a significant role in maintaining a healthy weight. When we're well rested, the body regulates hunger hormones more effectively. Two important hormones, leptin and ghrelin, control appetite. Leptin decreases hunger, while ghrelin increases it. Sleep deprivation causes an imbalance, leading to increased hunger and cravings, especially for unhealthy foods. Inadequate sleep also affects metabolism. When we don't sleep enough, our bodies become less efficient at processing glucose, which can lead to insulin resistance and weight gain over time. Poor sleep also reduces the body's ability to burn fat for energy, storing more fat instead. Furthermore, sleep helps control our stress levels. High cortisol levels from sleep deprivation can lead to overeating and unhealthy food choices. Managing stress through proper sleep helps prevent emotional eating and supports weight management. When we sleep well, the body is better at managing hunger, cravings, and metabolism. This helps maintain a healthy weight and reduces the risk of obesity and related health issues. Fact 16. How light exposure affects our sleep patterns. Light plays a crucial role in regulating our sleep patterns. Our body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, is deeply influenced by light exposure. Morning light helps signal to the brain that it's time to wake up, boosting alertness and energy for the day ahead. At night, darkness triggers the production of melatonin, a hormone that promotes sleep. However, exposure to artificial light, particularly blue light from screens, can interfere with melatonin production and delay sleep. This makes it harder to fall asleep and disrupts the natural sleep cycle. Managing light exposure is key to improving sleep. Spending time in natural light during the day helps set the body's internal clock, while limiting screen time at night supports better sleep. A dark environment before bed helps signal to the brain that it's time to wind down. For a better night's sleep, it's important to control light exposure. Aim for bright light during the day and a dark, screen-free environment before bed to improve sleep quality. Fact 17. The importance of a consistent sleep schedule. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is vital for good sleep. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate the body's internal clock or circadian rhythm. This consistency makes it easier to fall asleep at night and wake up feeling refreshed. When sleep patterns are irregular, the body's internal clock gets confused, making it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. This can lead to poor quality rest, leaving us feeling tired and sluggish during the day. A regular sleep schedule helps avoid this problem and ensures better sleep. Sticking to a consistent sleep schedule also supports better mood and cognitive function. When we get regular sleep, our brains are better at processing information and managing emotions. This improves our ability to focus, think clearly, and handle stress. For better sleep quality, it's important to stick to a consistent sleep routine. It helps reset the body's internal clock and improves overall health and well-being. Fact 18. How stress impacts sleep. Quality stress has a significant impact on sleep quality. When we're stressed, our bodies release hormones like cortisol, which prepare us to handle challenges. While this can be useful in certain situations, chronic stress can interfere with the body's ability to relax and fall asleep. High cortisol levels keep the body in a state of alertness, making it difficult to wind down at night. This can lead to insomnia or fragmented sleep, where we wake up repeatedly throughout the night. The more stressed we are, the harder it becomes to get restorative rest. Stressful thoughts also keep the mind active, preventing relaxation. Mental tension can make it difficult to focus on winding down or practicing good sleep habits. If stress continues to affect sleep, it can lead to a cycle where poor sleep makes stress harder to manage. Managing stress is essential for good sleep. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing can help calm the mind and improve sleep quality. Fact 19. The link between anxiety and sleep disorders. Anxiety and sleep disorders are closely linked. People with anxiety often have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Their minds are filled with worry and fear, making it difficult to relax and get the rest they need. Anxiety triggers the body's fight or flight response, increasing heart rate and releasing stress hormones like cortisol. These physical responses make it harder to fall asleep. People with anxiety may also experience racing thoughts at night, preventing them from relaxing and drifting off. Sleep deprivation can worsen anxiety. Lack of sleep affects brain function and emotional regulation, making anxiety symptoms more intense. People who don't sleep well are more likely to experience heightened feelings of stress and worry. Addressing both anxiety and sleep issues is important for overall well-being. Treatment for anxiety, along with improving sleep habits, can help break the cycle of poor sleep and anxiety. Fact 20. The connection between depression and sleep. Depression and sleep are strongly connected. People with depression often experience sleep problems such as insomnia or excessive sleepiness. Poor sleep can make depression worse, and depression can make it harder to sleep. Lack of sleep can intensify the symptoms of depression. Sleep is essential for regulating mood, and without enough rest, people may feel more sad, hopeless, or irritable. This can create a cycle where poor sleep worsens depression, and depression leads to even worse sleep. On the other hand, good sleep can help manage depression. When people with depression get better sleep, their mood improves, and they have more energy during the day. Treating sleep issues is often an important part of managing depression. Fact 21. How sleep plays a role in creativity. Sleep plays a crucial role in fostering creativity. When we sleep, the brain consolidates and processes the information we gathered during the day. During REM sleep, the brain makes new connections and forms fresh ideas, which helps with creative thinking. Sleep also supports problem solving. After a good night's rest, many people find that they are able to approach problems with new perspectives and come up with creative solutions. Sleep allows the brain to work through challenges and connect seemingly unrelated ideas. The brain's creativity is enhanced during sleep, making it easier to find innovative ideas and solutions. A well-rested mind is more capable of thinking outside the box and tackling creative projects. Fact 22. The influence of sleep on problem-solving skills. Sleep plays a significant role in improving our problem-solving abilities. During sleep, particularly in REM sleep, the brain organizes and processes information from the day. This helps strengthen memories and creates connections between new ideas. When we wake up after a good night's rest, we often find that we have a clearer perspective on challenges that seemed difficult the day before. Lack of sleep, however, affects our cognitive function and problem-solving skills. Without enough rest, the brain struggles to think critically and creatively, making it harder to come up with effective solutions. Sleep deprivation slows down mental processing and reduces the brain's ability to think through problems logically. Sleep also improves cognitive flexibility, allowing us to approach problems from different angles. This ability to think outside the box is crucial for solving complex issues. In summary, sleep helps the brain make new connections and improves our ability to solve problems efficiently. Fact 23. Why naps are beneficial for cognitive function. Napping can have a positive effect on cognitive function, especially when we're sleep deprived. A short nap of 20-30 minutes can help refresh the brain, improve focus, and enhance memory. Naps help the brain process information and consolidate memories, making it easier to retain new knowledge. Longer naps, up to 90 minutes, allow the body to go through a full sleep cycle, including REM sleep. This type of nap can improve creativity, problem-solving, and emotional resilience. It also helps to boost mood and reduce feelings of fatigue. However, napping too long or too late in the day can interfere with nighttime sleep, so it's important to find the right balance. In general, naps are a quick and effective way to recharge the brain and improve cognitive performance, especially during busy or stressful days. Fact 24. How sleep affects our ability to handle. Stress. Sleep has a direct impact on how we manage stress. When we're well rested, the body and mind are better equipped to handle stressful situations. Sleep helps regulate the body's stress response system, lowering levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. This makes it easier to stay calm and think clearly during challenges. Without enough sleep, the body becomes more sensitive to stress. The amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing emotions like fear and stress, becomes more active. As a result, sleep deprivation makes us more reactive to stress and less able to cope with it effectively. Getting quality sleep allows the body to recover from the physical and emotional toll of stress. It helps restore balance to the stress response system, reducing the negative effects of chronic stress over time. Fact 25. The role of melatonin in regulating sleep. Melatonin is a hormone that plays a key role in regulating our sleep-wake cycles. It is produced naturally by the pineal gland in the brain, primarily in response to darkness. As melatonin levels rise, the body begins to feel sleepy, signaling that it's time to rest. Melatonin helps synchronize the circadian rhythm, or the body's internal clock, which regulates the timing of sleep and wakefulness. When melatonin levels are properly balanced, it becomes easier to fall asleep and wake up at the right times. Disruptions to melatonin production, such as exposure to bright light before bed, can interfere with sleep. Melatonin supplements are often used to help people with sleep disorders or those experiencing jet lag. However, it's important to use them under the guidance of a healthcare professional to ensure they're effective and safe. Fact 26. Why sleep is essential for physical fitness. Sleep is essential for physical fitness and recovery. When we exercise, the body experiences stress, and sleep is the time when it heals and rebuilds. During deep sleep, growth hormones are released, promoting muscle repair and tissue growth. This is why rest is just as important as exercise for improving physical performance. Lack of sleep can negatively affect athletic performance. Sleep deprivation reduces energy levels, stamina, and focus, making it harder to complete physical tasks and perform at our best. Over time, poor sleep can increase the risk of injury due to slower reaction times and reduce coordination. On the other hand, good sleep helps boost strength and endurance, aids in recovery after workouts, and supports overall physical health. It's during sleep that the body restores energy and prepares for the next day's activities. Fact 27. The impact of sleep on heart health. Sleep has a significant impact on heart health. When we sleep, the heart rate and blood pressure decrease, giving the cardiovascular system a chance to rest. This is especially important for reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to higher blood pressure and an increased risk of developing heart problems over time. Lack of sleep also increases inflammation in the body, which is linked to a higher risk of cardiovascular diseases. Studies have shown that people who don't get enough sleep are more likely to develop heart conditions such as high blood pressure, heart attacks, and stroke. In contrast, good sleep promotes heart health by supporting the body's natural recovery processes. Getting enough rest helps keep blood pressure and inflammation levels in check, reducing the strain on the heart and improving overall cardiovascular health. Fact 28. Sleep and its relationship with blood pressure. Blood pressure is closely linked to the quality and quantity of sleep we get. During sleep, especially deep sleep, the body has a chance to relax and reduce blood pressure. Sleep helps balance the nervous system, which controls heart rate and blood pressure, promoting a steady, healthy blood flow. Chronic sleep deprivation can cause long-term increases in blood pressure. The body's stress response is activated when we don't get enough sleep, causing an increase in the production of stress hormones like cortisol. This leads to higher blood pressure, which can strain the cardiovascular system and increase the risk of hypertension. Getting enough sleep regularly helps maintain normal blood pressure levels. Sleep supports the body's ability to manage stress and recover from physical exertion, which can help prevent hypertension and protect the heart. Fact 29. The role of sleep in detoxifying the brain. Sleep plays a critical role in detoxifying the brain. During sleep, the brain clears away waste products that accumulate throughout the day. This process is known as the glymphatic system, which works more efficiently during sleep. It removes toxins, including beta amyloid, a protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. The brain is especially active in detoxifying during deep sleep, which is why getting enough rest is crucial for brain health. Without adequate sleep, the waste products that build up in the brain are not cleared as effectively, potentially leading to cognitive decline over time. Sleep helps maintain the brain's health by providing it with the time it needs to remove waste and restore its functions. This detoxification process supports memory, cognitive function, and overall mental clarity. Fact 30. The link between sleep and healthy skin. Sleep is important for maintaining healthy skin. During sleep, the body's repair mechanisms go into overdrive and skin cells regenerate. This helps heal any damage caused by environmental factors like UV exposure, pollution, and dryness. As we sleep, the skin also produces collagen, which keeps it firm and elastic. Lack of sleep can have a negative impact on the skin. Sleep deprivation increases cortisol levels, which can lead to inflammation and skin conditions like acne, eczema, and psoriasis. It also reduces blood flow to the skin, which means less oxygen and nutrients are delivered to the skin cells, affecting skin health. Good sleep helps the skin recover from daily stress and maintain a youthful appearance. It also supports the immune system, which helps protect against skin infections. In short, getting enough sleep is essential for keeping your skin healthy and glowing. Fact 31. Why sleep is crucial for healthy aging. Sleep is crucial for healthy aging. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at repairing and regenerating tissues. Sleep helps combat this by promoting cellular repair and growth, which slows down the aging process. Getting enough sleep also helps maintain cognitive function, reducing the risk of memory loss and other age-related mental declines. Sleep is also linked to longevity. Studies have shown that people who sleep well are more likely to live longer and experience fewer age-related health issues. Sleep helps regulate hormones and maintain the body's natural processes, which is vital for staying healthy as we age. Furthermore, sleep supports emotional well-being, which is an important part of aging gracefully. Good sleep helps manage stress, improves mood, and boosts overall quality of life. In conclusion, sleep is essential for healthy aging, ensuring both physical and mental health are maintained as we grow older. Fact 32. The effects of caffeine on sleep. Caffeine is a well-known stimulant that can interfere with sleep. It works by blocking adenosine, a chemical in the brain that makes us feel sleepy. When we drink caffeine, it can take several hours for the body to process it and clear it from the system. This can lead to difficulties falling asleep or staying asleep, even if it was consumed earlier in the day. For some people, the effects of caffeine can last up to 8 hours, making it harder to wind down at night. Consuming caffeine in the late afternoon or evening in particular can disrupt sleep patterns and reduce the quality of sleep. This is why it's recommended to avoid caffeinated beverages like coffee, energy drinks, and certain teas before bedtime. Even if caffeine doesn't completely keep us awake, it can reduce the depth of sleep. People who consume too much caffeine may find themselves in lighter stages of sleep, which can leave them feeling tired and unrefreshed in the morning. Over time, this can lead to sleep deprivation and other health issues. In conclusion, while caffeine can help with alertness during the day, its effects on sleep are significant. To ensure good sleep quality, it's best to limit caffeine intake, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. Fact 33. How alcohol affects your sleep cycle. Alcohol can have a major impact on your sleep cycle, although many people believe it helps them fall asleep faster. While it might make you feel drowsy initially, alcohol actually disrupts the deeper stages of sleep, particularly REM sleep. REM sleep is the stage where dreaming occurs and is crucial for emotional regulation and memory processing. During the first half of the night, alcohol may help you fall asleep more quickly, but it later causes sleep disruptions as the body begins to metabolize it. As the alcohol wears off, it can lead to fragmented sleep, where you wake up frequently and have trouble staying asleep. This interrupts the normal sleep cycle, leaving you feeling less rested. Furthermore, alcohol can exacerbate sleep disorders like snoring and sleep apnea. It relaxes the muscles in the throat, which can worsen breathing problems during sleep. The result is not only a poorer quality of sleep, but also a potential increase in health risks over time. In summary, while alcohol may initially make you feel sleepy, it disrupts sleep cycles, reduces the quality of sleep, and can worsen sleep disorders. To get the most restful sleep, it's best to limit alcohol intake, especially before bed. Fact 34. The relationship between sleep and physical performance. Sleep is closely tied to physical performance. When we sleep, the body has the opportunity to repair and rebuild muscles, tissues, and cells that are stressed or damaged during physical activity. This makes sleep essential for anyone looking to maintain or improve athletic performance. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormones, which help repair muscles and tissues. This is why athletes, bodybuilders, and anyone who exercises regularly often emphasize the importance of sleep for muscle recovery. Without enough sleep, recovery slows down, which can lead to muscle fatigue, injuries, and reduced performance. Sleep also plays a crucial role in energy restoration. The body replenishes its energy stores during sleep, so you have the energy to perform well the next day. Sleep deprivation can lead to feelings of fatigue, reduced endurance, and slower reaction times, which can hinder performance. Additionally, sleep helps with coordination, focus, and decision-making. When well rested, athletes are more alert, coordinated, and able to make quicker, more accurate decisions. In short, sleep is as important as training for peak physical performance. Fact 35. The science of dreams. Why we dream dreams have fascinated humans for centuries, and science has explored many theories about why we dream. While the exact reason is still not fully understood, several ideas offer insight into the purpose of dreams. One theory suggests that dreams help us process emotions. During REM sleep, when most dreaming occurs, the brain sorts through emotions and experiences from the day, helping us understand and manage feelings. Dreams may also serve as a way to consolidate memories. While we sleep, the brain organizes and stores information, and dreaming may help connect new memories with existing ones. This could be the brain's way of integrating new experiences and reinforcing important information. Another theory is that dreams help with problem solving and creativity. During sleep, the brain works through problems from the day, making connections and generating new ideas. Many people report having creative insights or solutions to problems after a good night's sleep. Though scientists continue to study dreams, they seem to play a role in emotional processing, memory consolidation, and creativity. In addition to these, dreams may also be a way for the brain to organize thoughts and make sense of the world. Fact 36. How dreams influence our daily lives. Dreams have a powerful influence on our daily lives, even though we may not always be aware of it. The emotions and situations we experience in dreams can affect our mood and behavior throughout the day. For example, waking up after a stressful or unsettling dream can leave us feeling anxious or tired, which may influence how we react to situations later. Dreams can also inspire creativity. Many artists, writers, and inventors have credited their dreams with providing new ideas and solutions to problems. During sleep, the brain makes connections between ideas and experiences, which can lead to creative insights when we wake up. In some cases, dreams can also reflect our subconscious thoughts and feelings. If we're stressed, anxious, or worried, our dreams might reflect these emotions. By paying attention to dreams, we can gain insight into what's going on in our minds and learn more about our internal struggles. Ultimately, while dreams may seem random, they can affect how we think and feel in our waking life. Understanding the role of dreams can help us better manage our emotions and use our sleep to improve creativity and mental clarity. Fact 37. The role of sleep in managing pain. Sleep plays an important role in managing pain. When we sleep, the body enters a restorative state, where it can heal and repair itself. During sleep, pain sensitivity is often reduced, and the body's natural pain relief systems become more active. Good sleep helps regulate the body's pain threshold, making it easier to cope with discomfort. When we don't get enough sleep, however, the body becomes more sensitive to pain. Lack of sleep also increases the production of inflammatory substances in the body, which can worsen chronic pain conditions. In addition to reducing pain sensitivity, Sleep is essential for muscle and tissue repair. After physical exertion or injury, sleep allows the body to rebuild and heal, reducing recovery time and improving overall well-being. On the flip side, poor sleep can make pain feel more intense and harder to manage. Sleep deprivation can lead to an increased perception of pain, making it more difficult to deal with chronic conditions. For effective pain management, ensuring a good night's sleep is key. Fact 38. How sleep affects your appetite. Sleep has a direct impact on appetite regulation. When we're sleep deprived, our hormones become unbalanced, leading to increased hunger and cravings, especially for high-calorie foods. Two hormones, leptin and ghrelin, control hunger. Leptin signals to the brain that we're full, while ghrelin triggers hunger. Sleep deprivation reduces leptin levels and increases ghrelin levels, causing us to feel hungrier and crave unhealthy foods. Lack of sleep can also affect how we make food choices. When we're tired, we're more likely to choose high-sugar and high-fat foods because our bodies crave quick energy. This can lead to overeating and weight gain over time. On the other hand, getting enough sleep helps regulate these hormones, making it easier to control appetite and make healthier food choices. Good sleep supports weight management by balancing hunger and satiety signals. In summary, sleep affects appetite by regulating hunger hormones. Sleep deprivation increases hunger and cravings, which can lead to poor eating habits and weight gain. Adequate sleep helps control appetite and supports healthier food choices. Fact 39. The connection between sleep and memory consolidation. Sleep plays a critical role in memory consolidation, the process by which new information is transferred from short-term to long-term memory. During sleep, the brain organizes and strengthens the connections between neurons, which helps us retain and recall information. The most important phase for memory consolidation occurs during deep sleep and REM sleep. During deep sleep, the brain strengthens and stores newly learned information. In REM sleep, the brain processes and connects these memories with older ones, which is essential for learning and problem-solving. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to consolidate memories, making it harder to remember new information. Studies show that people who don't get enough sleep perform worse on memory tasks compared to those who get a full night's rest. In short, sleep is essential for memory consolidation. It helps the brain process and store information, making it easier to learn and retain new facts. Without proper sleep, memory and learning abilities are significantly impaired. Fact 40. The impact of sleep on language skills. Sleep has a significant effect on language skills. Research has shown that getting enough sleep helps improve vocabulary, reading comprehension, and language learning. During sleep, the brain strengthens connections between words and meanings, which helps us recall and use language more effectively. Sleep also supports the process of language acquisition. Studies have found that people who get adequate sleep after studying a new language retain more vocabulary and grammar rules than those who stay awake. Sleep helps the brain solidify new language skills by reinforcing memory and understanding. On the other hand, sleep deprivation can impair language processing. People who don't get enough sleep may have trouble finding the right words, understanding complex sentences, or remembering words they learned earlier. This is because sleep is necessary for processing and organizing linguistic information. In conclusion, sleep supports language development and proficiency by helping the brain consolidate and reinforce language skills. Without enough sleep, language abilities can suffer, making it harder to communicate effectively. Fact 41. How sleep helps with learning. New motor skills. Sleep plays a key role in learning new motor skills such as playing an instrument, sports, or other physical activities. When we practice a new skill during the day, the brain works to consolidate that information during sleep. This process strengthens the neural connections needed to perform the skill more effectively. Studies have shown that sleep enhances motor learning by helping the brain process and fine-tune the movements required for new tasks. It's not just about getting more practice. Sleep actually improves the brain's ability to retain and apply motor skills learned during the day. Lack of sleep, on the other hand, can impair motor performance. Sleep-deprived individuals tend to have slower reaction times, reduced coordination, and lower precision in their movements. This is why sleep is considered an essential part of physical training and skill development. In summary, sleep is essential for learning new motor skills. It helps the brain process and consolidate the movements learned, improving performance. Without adequate rest, our ability to learn and apply new physical skills is hindered. Fact 42. The importance of sleep for cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility is the ability to switch between different tasks or thoughts quickly and adapt to new situations. Sleep plays a key role in enhancing cognitive flexibility. When we get a good night's rest, the brain has the opportunity to reset and reorganize itself, which makes it easier to switch between tasks and adapt to changes throughout the day. Lack of sleep, on the other hand, can impair cognitive flexibility. Without enough rest, the brain struggles to process new information and shift focus. This can make it difficult to switch from one task to another, leading to mistakes or slower decision-making. During sleep, the brain consolidates information and strengthens neural connections. This helps improve our ability to think critically and adapt to new challenges. Sleep also helps reduce cognitive rigidity, where we get stuck thinking in one way and become less open to new ideas. Getting sufficient sleep makes it easier to stay mentally sharp and flexible, allowing us to respond more effectively to unexpected situations. This is why sleep is vital not only for memory, but also for problem-solving and decision-making. Fact 43. How sleep enhances problem-solving abilities. Sleep plays a critical role in enhancing problem-solving skills. When we sleep, especially during REM sleep, the brain processes and organizes the information we've encountered during the day. This consolidation helps us see connections and patterns that may not have been obvious before, improving our ability to solve problems. Research shows that after a good night's sleep, we are better at thinking through challenges and finding solutions. Sleep refreshes the brain, allowing it to think creatively and approach problems with a fresh perspective. It also strengthens memory, which is essential for recalling relevant information when faced with a problem. Sleep also supports cognitive flexibility, which allows us to consider multiple solutions and adapt our approach when faced with a challenge. Without adequate sleep, decision-making and problem-solving become slower and less effective. The brain struggles to make connections, and we may overlook important details or fail to see new possibilities. In short, sleep is crucial for problem-solving. It helps the brain process information, strengthen memory, and think creatively, which leads to better solutions and decision-making skills. Fact 44. The effect of sleep on your immune system's response. Sleep plays a significant role in boosting the immune system's response to illness. During sleep, the body produces cytokines, which are proteins that help fight infections and inflammation. These cytokines are essential for the immune system to function properly and defend against viruses and bacteria. When we sleep, the immune system becomes more efficient at detecting and attacking harmful invaders. This is why getting enough sleep is important when we're sick or trying to prevent illness. Sleep helps the body recover and ensures that the immune system can respond quickly to any threats. Sleep deprivation, however, weakens the immune system. When we don't get enough rest, the production of cytokines and other immune cells decreases, making it harder for the body to fight off infections. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to an increased risk of illness and slower recovery times. Overall, sleep is essential for maintaining a strong immune system. It helps the body produce the necessary proteins and cells to protect against disease, and it supports faster recovery when we're sick. Fact 45. How sleep helps you handle emotional stress. Sleep plays an important role in how we handle emotional stress. During sleep, particularly during REM sleep, the brain processes emotional experiences from the day. This helps us better understand and manage our emotions. Sleep allows the brain to regulate stress responses, making it easier to cope with challenges when we're awake. Without enough sleep, the brain becomes less efficient at processing emotions, and the stress response system becomes overactive. This leads to heightened feelings of stress and anxiety. Sleep deprivation can also affect mood, making us more irritable, impatient, or overwhelmed by everyday challenges. Getting enough sleep helps restore emotional balance. It supports the brain's ability to regulate feelings and manage stress more effectively. People who are well rested are generally more resilient and better equipped to handle emotional ups and downs. In addition, sleep helps improve the body's physical response to stress. A good night's rest lowers cortisol levels, reducing the negative effects of chronic stress. For better emotional well-being, sleep is an essential tool for managing stress and maintaining balance. Fact 46. Why sleep is essential for muscle recovery. Sleep is essential for muscle recovery, especially after exercise or physical activity. During sleep, the body repairs and rebuilds muscles that have been stressed or damaged. This process is supported by the release of growth hormones, which stimulate tissue growth and repair. Without enough sleep, the body has less time to recover, which can slow down muscle growth and increase the risk of injury. Muscle recovery during sleep also helps reduce inflammation. When we sleep, the body's inflammatory response is regulated, allowing the muscles to heal and recover from the strain of physical activity. This is why athletes prioritize sleep as much as they do their training sessions. Sleep also restores energy levels, replenishing glycogen stores in the muscles that are used during physical activity. A well-rested body has more energy available for the next workout or physical activity, leading to better performance. In summary, sleep supports muscle recovery by promoting tissue repair, reducing inflammation, and restoring energy levels. For optimal physical performance, getting enough sleep is just as important as regular exercise. Fact 47. The role of sleep in memory retrieval. Sleep plays a key role in memory retrieval, which is the process of recalling information. When we sleep, the brain consolidates memories, moving them from short-term storage to long-term storage. This helps us recall facts, experiences, and skills when we need them. During sleep, the brain replays and strengthens the connections between neurons that store information. This process makes it easier to access memories and improve recall. The more sleep we get, the better our brains are at retrieving stored memories. Sleep also improves the accuracy of memory retrieval. Lack of sleep can impair the brain's ability to access stored information, making it harder to remember things clearly. Sleep deprivation can also lead to forgetfulness, making it harder to recall important details when we need them. To improve memory retrieval and overall cognitive function, getting enough sleep is crucial. Sleep strengthens neural connections, enhances recall, and improves our ability to retrieve memories accurately. Fact 48. The impact of sleep on reaction. Sleep has a direct impact on reaction times. When we're well rested, our brains are faster and more responsive. This means we can react to situations more quickly, whether it's responding to a driver in traffic, catching a falling object, or playing sports. Sleep deprivation slows down brain activity, leading to slower reaction times. Studies show that people who are sleep deprived have longer response times, and they may make more mistakes when reacting to stimuli. This is particularly dangerous in situations that require quick decisions, such as driving or operating machinery. Getting enough sleep helps the brain stay sharp and focused. With proper rest, we're better able to react quickly to changes in our environment. Sleep also helps improve coordination, making it easier to respond to physical challenges. In short, sleep is essential for fast reaction times. It supports brain function and coordination, which allows us to make quicker, more accurate responses. Fact 49. The connection between sleep and creativity enhancement. Sleep enhances creativity by allowing the brain to make new connections and find innovative solutions to problems. During REM sleep, the brain is highly active and processes information in ways that help us think outside the box. This is why many creative breakthroughs occur after a good night's rest. When we sleep, the brain consolidates memories and strengthens neural connections. This process helps us make connections between seemingly unrelated ideas, which is a key aspect of creative thinking. Sleep also helps improve problem-solving skills, making it easier to approach challenges with a fresh perspective. Sleep deprivation, however, can stifle creativity. Without enough sleep, the brain has a harder time connecting ideas and thinking creatively. Sleep deprivation can also lead to mental fatigue, making it difficult to stay focused and think clearly. To boost creativity, getting sufficient sleep is essential. It helps the brain process and connect ideas, leading to more innovative thinking and creative solutions. Fact 50. How sleep affects your perception of time. Sleep influences our perception of time. During sleep, particularly in deeper stages, the brain processes experiences and consolidates memories. This can make time seem to pass more quickly or slowly when we wake up, depending on the quality of our sleep. When we're well rested, we're more aware of time and can focus on tasks without feeling rushed. In contrast, sleep deprivation can distort our sense of time. When we're tired, time may feel like it's dragging, and we might struggle to stay focused on tasks. Sleep also plays a role in how we experience the passage of time during sleep itself. Dreams, especially vivid ones, can make time feel as though it's moving differently. It's not uncommon for people to wake up from a dream and feel like they've been asleep for hours, only to realize it was only a few minutes. In summary, sleep affects how we perceive time both during sleep and after waking. It influences our sense of time and helps us stay focused and aware during the day. Fact 51. The influence of sleep on risk-taking behavior. Sleep can significantly influence our risk-taking behavior. When we're sleep deprived, we tend to make more impulsive decisions and engage in riskier behaviors. This happens because sleep deprivation reduces the brain's ability to evaluate risks and consequences properly, leading us to act without fully considering the potential outcomes. Lack of sleep increases the production of stress hormones like cortisol, which can make us more prone to anxiety and risk-taking behavior as we try to cope with heightened emotions. Sleep also impacts the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for decision-making and impulse control. When we don't sleep enough, this part of the brain becomes less active, which can lead to poor judgment and increased risk-taking. Good sleep helps regulate the brain's reward system, making it easier to resist temptations and make smarter choices. A well-rested brain can assess risks more accurately and make decisions based on long-term outcomes rather than immediate rewards. For healthier decision-making, sleep is essential. It helps improve judgment, reduce impulsivity, and minimize risky behavior. Fact 52. How sleep deficits affect mental clarity. Sleep deficits can significantly impair mental clarity, making it harder to think clearly and focus on tasks. When we don't get enough sleep, the brain struggles to process and organize information. This leads to forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, and a slower reaction time. Lack of sleep affects the brain's ability to make decisions, solve problems, and perform everyday tasks with ease. Sleep deprivation also disrupts the communication between different areas of the brain. As a result, we experience cognitive fog, which makes even simple tasks feel overwhelming. People who don't get enough rest are more likely to feel mentally drained and less efficient. Mental clarity improves significantly with sufficient sleep. During sleep, the brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, and restores its energy. When we prioritize rest, our mental function is sharper, and we're better equipped to handle complex tasks. Without proper sleep, our cognitive abilities are compromised, affecting performance at work or in school. Fact 53. Why you should avoid screens before bed. Using screens before bed can negatively impact sleep quality. The blue light emitted by phones, tablets, and computers interferes with the body's natural production of melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep. When exposed to this light, especially in the evening, the brain's internal clock becomes disrupted, making it harder to fall asleep at a reasonable time. Exposure to screens before bed also keeps the mind alert. Engaging with content, whether social media, TV shows, or video games, activates the brain, making it harder to relax and wind down. This mental stimulation can delay the onset of sleep, reducing the total amount of rest. To improve sleep, it's recommended to avoid screens at least 30-60 minutes before bed. Instead, create a relaxing pre-sleep routine, such as reading or listening to calming music, to help prepare the mind and body for rest. Fact 54. The link between sleep and high blood sugar. Sleep plays a critical role in regulating blood sugar levels. When we sleep, the body works to maintain balance and process nutrients. Chronic sleep deprivation, however, can disrupt this balance, increasing the risk of high blood sugar and insulin resistance. This happens because lack of sleep interferes with the body's ability to process glucose effectively. Sleep deprivation leads to an increase in hunger hormones, particularly ghrelin, which triggers cravings for sugary or high-calorie foods. This can cause overeating and higher blood sugar levels. Furthermore, poor sleep affects insulin sensitivity, making it harder for the body to regulate blood sugar levels properly. Getting enough rest is essential for maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. Quality sleep supports the body's natural metabolic processes, reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes and other related health issues. Fact 55. How sleep affects your emotional resilience. Sleep is essential for emotional resilience, which is the ability to cope with stress, setbacks, and challenges. When we get enough sleep, our brains are better equipped to regulate emotions. Sleep helps reduce the brain's sensitivity to negative emotions, allowing us to handle stress and adversity with greater ease. Lack of sleep, on the other hand, makes it harder to stay calm under pressure. Sleep deprivation increases the activity of the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing fear and stress. This heightened emotional response makes it more difficult to manage stress and maintain a positive outlook. By prioritizing sleep, we can improve our emotional resilience. Restful sleep helps the brain process emotions more effectively, reduces irritability, and supports overall mental well-being, making it easier to bounce back from difficult situations. Fact 56. The benefits of slow-wave sleep. Slow-wave sleep, SWS, is the deepest phase of non-REM sleep and is critical for physical and mental restoration. During this stage, the body undergoes tissue repair, muscle growth, and immune system strengthening. It's also when the brain consolidates memories and processes information, making it essential for learning and cognitive function. Slow-wave sleep is vital for physical recovery after exercise or physical exertion. Growth hormones are released during this stage, promoting muscle repair and recovery. It also plays a role in energy restoration, allowing us to wake up feeling refreshed and ready for the day. People who don't get enough slow-wave sleep often experience fatigue, weakened immunity, and difficulty concentrating. Slow-wave sleep is essential for restoring both the body and mind, ensuring that we have the energy and clarity to perform at our best. Fact 57. The effects of sleep on decision-making. Accuracy. Sleep has a significant impact on the accuracy of decision-making. When we're well rested, we're able to think more clearly and assess situations more logically. Sleep helps the brain process information and improve judgment, allowing us to make better decisions. It strengthens memory, increases focus, and supports critical thinking, all of which contribute to more accurate choices. Sleep deprivation, however, impairs decision-making. Lack of sleep leads to slower reaction times, reduced attention, and poor judgment. This makes it harder to consider all the variables in a decision, leading to errors or impulsive choices. Sleep-deprived individuals are more likely to take risks and make mistakes, which can have negative consequences in personal and professional life. To make more accurate decisions, getting enough sleep is essential. Rest improves clarity, focus, and the ability to think through situations thoroughly. Fact 58. How sleep impacts your motivation. Sleep plays an important role in motivation. When we are well rested, we feel more energized, focused, and motivated to tackle tasks. Sleep helps balance the brain's reward system, making us more driven to achieve goals and pursue activities. It restores energy levels, ensuring that we are ready to take on the day with enthusiasm. Lack of sleep, on the other hand, leads to decreased motivation. Sleep deprivation increases feelings of fatigue and makes it harder to get started on tasks. The brain's ability to process rewards and generate motivation is diminished when we don't get enough sleep, leading to procrastination and a lack of drive. To stay motivated and productive, prioritizing sleep is key. Adequate rest improves focus, energy levels, and mental clarity, helping us stay on track and achieve our goals. Fact 59. the link between sleep and mental alertness. Sleep is essential for maintaining mental alertness. When we don't get enough sleep, our brains become sluggish, and our ability to focus, concentrate, and stay alert decreases. Sleep helps the brain recharge, improving cognitive functions like memory, attention, and problem-solving. During sleep, the brain clears out waste and strengthens neural connections, allowing it to process information more efficiently. This is why a good night's sleep makes us feel more awake and alert during the day. Sleep also supports the brain's ability to handle complex tasks and process new information quickly. Sleep deprivation leads to cognitive fatigue, which can affect performance at work, school, or during daily activities. It reduces mental clarity, slows reaction times, and makes it harder to stay focused. To maintain high mental alertness, getting enough sleep each night is crucial. Fact 60. How sleep affects your ability to learn new languages. Sleep plays an important role in learning new languages. When we learn a new language, sleep helps consolidate new vocabulary and grammar rules. During sleep, the brain processes and organizes the information we've learned, making it easier to recall and use it later. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to retain new information, making language learning more difficult. Studies show that people who sleep after learning a new language retain more words and rules than those who stay awake. Sleep supports the brain's ability to link new words with existing knowledge, which is crucial for language acquisition. Getting enough sleep also helps improve pronunciation and fluency. As we sleep, the brain fine-tunes the connections involved in speaking and understanding the new language. Sleep is therefore essential for mastering a new language and improving language skills over time. Fact 61. The influence of sleep on your immune system's efficiency. Sleep is vital for the efficiency of the immune system. During sleep, the body produces cytokines, which are proteins that help fight infections and inflammation. These proteins are essential for the immune system to protect the body from viruses, bacteria, and other harmful invaders. When we sleep, the immune system becomes more efficient at detecting and attacking threats. Sleep also supports the production of antibodies, which help the body respond quickly to infections. Without enough sleep, the immune system's ability to function properly is compromised, increasing the risk of illness. Sleep also plays a role in regulating the inflammatory response. Chronic sleep deprivation can increase inflammation, which is linked to various health issues, including heart disease and autoimmune disorders. By getting enough rest, we support the immune system and help the body fight off infections more effectively. Fact 62. Why sleep is vital for neuroplasticity. Sleep is essential for neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. This process is crucial for learning, memory, and adapting to new experiences. During sleep, particularly during REM and deep sleep, the brain strengthens and refines these connections, allowing us to retain and apply new information more effectively. When we don't get enough sleep, neuroplasticity is impaired. This affects the brain's ability to learn new skills, adapt to changes, and form lasting memories. Sleep deprivation can make it harder to retain new information, making learning slower and less efficient. Furthermore, sleep helps the brain repair itself. During sleep, the brain clears out waste products that accumulate during the day, ensuring that neurons can function properly. Without proper sleep, the brain's ability to adapt and heal slows down, which can affect cognitive function and mental performance. In short, sleep is essential for maintaining neuroplasticity. It supports learning, memory consolidation, and the brain's ability to adapt and recover, helping us stay sharp and mentally agile. Fact 63. How sleep affects your physical strength. Sleep plays a significant role in maintaining physical strength and improving athletic performance. During sleep, the body releases growth hormones that promote muscle repair and tissue regeneration. This is especially important after exercise, as sleep helps repair muscle fibers that have been stressed or damaged during physical activity. Without enough sleep, the body's ability to repair muscles slows down. This can lead to fatigue, decreased strength, and a longer recovery time after workouts. Sleep deprivation also affects energy levels, making it harder to perform physically demanding tasks or exercise at peak levels. Good sleep also supports endurance and stamina. When the body gets the rest it needs, it's better able to sustain physical activity and recover quickly between workouts. Athletes who prioritize sleep perform better in their training and competitions because their muscles are fully recovered and ready for the next challenge. In conclusion, sleep is vital for maintaining physical strength, improving recovery, and boosting overall athletic performance. Proper rest allows muscles to repair, grow, and rebuild, helping us stay strong and active. Fact 64. The connection between sleep and emotional intelligence. Sleep plays an important role in emotional intelligence, which is the ability to understand and manage emotions, both in ourselves and others. When we sleep, the brain processes and regulates emotions, which helps us respond to situations with clarity and balance. Without sufficient sleep, emotional regulation becomes more difficult, leading to irritability, mood swings, and impulsive reactions. Sleep deprivation affects the brain's ability to process and respond to emotions. The amygdala, which is responsible for processing emotions like fear and anger, becomes more active when we're sleep deprived. This heightened emotional response can make it harder to control our reactions and manage stressful situations. Adequate sleep, however, supports emotional resilience. Well-rested individuals are better able to stay calm, think critically, and empathize with others. Sleep helps us process emotions from the day, making it easier to handle challenges and maintain positive relationships. In summary, sleep is essential for emotional intelligence. It helps regulate emotions, improves self-awareness, and strengthens our ability to connect with others in a meaningful way. Fact 65. How sleep can influence your social interactions. Sleep has a direct impact on how we interact with others. When we are well rested, we are more likely to be patient, empathetic, and attentive during social interactions. Sleep helps regulate the brain's emotional centers, making it easier to manage our reactions and respond to others in a calm and thoughtful manner. Lack of sleep, however, can make us more irritable and less socially engaged. Sleep deprivation affects the brain's ability to process social cues and respond appropriately. It can make us less patient, more impulsive, and more likely to misinterpret social signals, which can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. In addition, sleep helps improve mood and mental clarity, which are essential for positive social interactions. When we're well rested, we feel more energized and confident, making it easier to engage in meaningful conversations and build stronger connections with others. To improve social interactions, prioritizing sleep is key. A good night's rest helps us stay emotionally balanced, clear-headed, and engaged, leading to more positive and fulfilling social experiences. Fact 66. The role of sleep in maintaining healthy hormonal balance. Sleep plays a crucial role in regulating the body's hormonal balance. During sleep, the body produces and releases a variety of hormones that are essential for growth, metabolism, stress management, and reproductive health. Growth hormones, for example, are released during deep sleep to help repair tissues and build muscle. Sleep also regulates cortisol, the stress hormone. High levels of cortisol due to sleep deprivation can lead to increased stress, weight gain, and even weakened immunity. Getting enough sleep helps keep cortisol levels in check, reducing the negative effects of stress on the body. Additionally, sleep affects hormones like insulin, ghrelin, and leptin, which regulate hunger, metabolism, and energy balance. Sleep deprivation can cause an imbalance in these hormones, leading to increased hunger and cravings, which may contribute to overeating and weight gain. Maintaining a healthy sleep schedule helps support balanced hormone levels and promotes overall well-being. Sleep is essential for keeping the body's systems functioning optimally, from stress management to metabolism. Fact 67. The science of sleep paralysis and its causes. Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon that occurs when a person wakes up and temporarily loses the ability to move or speak, despite being fully aware of their surroundings. During an episode of sleep paralysis, the body is still in a state of REM sleep, which is the phase, where most dreaming occurs, In REM sleep, the brain is highly active, but the body remains paralyzed to prevent us from acting out our dreams. When a person wakes up during this phase, the brain remains alert while the body is still paralyzed, causing the sensation of being unable to move. Sleep paralysis can also be accompanied by vivid hallucinations or feelings of pressure on the chest, which can make the experience frightening. The causes of sleep paralysis are not entirely understood, but factors like sleep deprivation, stress, and irregular sleep patterns are thought to contribute. People who experience sleep paralysis often have disrupted sleep cycles, which can lead to more frequent episodes. While sleep paralysis can be unsettling, it is typically harmless. Ensuring adequate sleep, reducing stress, and maintaining a regular sleep schedule can help minimize its occurrence. Fact 68. Why sleep helps your body. Recover from stress. Sleep is essential for recovering from the physical and emotional toll of stress. When we experience stress, the body releases stress hormones like cortisol, which prepare us to respond to challenges. However, chronic stress can lead to prolonged high levels of cortisol, which can weaken the immune system, disrupt sleep, and increase the risk of illness. During sleep, the body works to repair the damage caused by stress. Sleep helps lower cortisol levels, reduce inflammation, and restore balance to the body's stress response system. This allows the body to recover and heal, both physically and mentally. Sleep also supports the regulation of mood and emotional well-being. When we sleep, the brain processes emotions and experiences, helping us cope with stress more effectively. This emotional processing allows us to approach challenges with a clearer mind and greater resilience. In summary, sleep is essential for recovery after stress. It reduces cortisol levels, helps the body heal, and improves emotional resilience, making it easier to manage stress in the long term. Fact 69. The impact of sleep on your long-term health. Sleep plays a critical role in long-term health and well-being. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to numerous health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and weakened immune function. Over time, poor sleep can increase the risk of developing these conditions, which can significantly affect quality of life. Sleep helps regulate important bodily functions, such as metabolism, heart rate, and blood pressure. It also promotes tissue repair, supports immune function, and helps the brain process information and consolidate memories. All of these processes are crucial for maintaining good health over the long term. Moreover, sleep has a direct impact on mental health. People who don't get enough sleep are at a higher risk of developing anxiety, depression, and other mental health disorders. Long-term sleep deprivation can exacerbate these conditions, leading to a cycle of poor sleep and worsening mental health. In the long run, getting adequate sleep is one of the most effective ways to protect your health. A regular sleep schedule supports physical, emotional, and cognitive well-being, helping prevent chronic illnesses and promoting longevity. Fact 70. The link between sleep and decreased inflammation. Sleep is closely linked to inflammation levels in the body. When we sleep, the body has a chance to repair itself and reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation is associated with many health conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis. Sleep helps regulate the body's inflammatory response, reducing the risk of these conditions. During sleep, the body produces anti-inflammatory molecules that help reduce swelling and pain. Sleep also helps lower the levels of pro-inflammatory markers in the body, which are linked to chronic diseases. People who get enough sleep tend to have lower levels of inflammation compared to those who are sleep-deprived. On the other hand, lack of sleep can increase inflammation in the body. Sleep deprivation causes the body to release stress hormones like cortisol, which can increase inflammation. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to long-term health problems related to inflammation, including increased risk of cardiovascular disease and immune system dysfunction. To reduce inflammation and protect long-term health, getting enough sleep is crucial. Proper rest helps keep inflammation levels in check and supports overall well-being. Fact 71. Why sleep disruptions can lead to weight gain. Sleep disruptions can contribute to weight gain by affecting the body's hunger-regulating hormones. When we don't sleep enough, our body produces more ghrelin, the hormone that increases appetite, and less leptin, the hormone that signals fullness. This imbalance leads to increased hunger and cravings, particularly for high-calorie foods. Lack of sleep also impacts metabolism. When we're sleep-deprived, our bodies become less efficient at processing glucose, which can lead to insulin resistance and increased fat storage. Sleep deprivation can also reduce the number of calories burned during rest, contributing to weight gain over time. Additionally, poor sleep can affect decision-making, leading to unhealthy food choices. Tired individuals may be more likely to choose quick, high-energy foods instead of healthier options. Sleep deprivation can also make it harder to stay physically active, further contributing to weight gain. In summary, sleep disruptions can cause hormonal imbalances, slow metabolism, and lead to unhealthy food choices, all of which contribute to weight gain. To maintain a healthy weight, it's important to get enough sleep and keep sleep patterns consistent. Fact 72. How sleep and genetics affect your sleep patterns. Genetics play a significant role in determining how we sleep. Research shows that our genes influence not only how much sleep we need, but also the timing of our sleep patterns. Some people are naturally morning people, while others are night owls. These differences are linked to genetic variations in the circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Certain genes control the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals the body to prepare for sleep. Variations in these genes can make some people fall asleep earlier or later than others. Additionally, genetics can affect how deeply we sleep and how easily we wake up. Some individuals are more resilient to sleep deprivation, while others may feel the effects more strongly. Although genetics play a significant role in our sleep patterns, lifestyle factors such as stress, diet, and screen time can also influence how well we sleep. However, understanding the genetic basis of our sleep habits can help us create routines that work better for our natural sleep tendencies. Fact 73. The connection between sleep and aging. As we age, our sleep patterns tend to change. Older adults often experience lighter sleep and may wake up more frequently during the night. These changes are partly due to shifts in the body's circadian rhythm, which can make it harder for older individuals to fall asleep or stay asleep. Sleep is essential for healthy aging. It plays a crucial role in cognitive function, memory, and emotional regulation, which can all decline with age. Deep sleep in particular is important for brain health, as it helps with memory consolidation and brain detoxification. Lack of deep sleep in older adults can contribute to cognitive decline and increase the risk of conditions like Alzheimer's disease. In addition to cognitive health, sleep supports physical health in aging individuals. It helps with muscle recovery, immune function, and tissue repair. Ensuring adequate sleep in older age can improve overall well-being and reduce the risk of chronic illnesses. Fact 74. How sleep affects your ability to handle pressure. Sleep significantly impacts our ability to handle pressure and manage stress. When we get enough rest, the brain is better equipped to cope with stressful situations. Sleep helps regulate the production of stress hormones, such as cortisol, and allows the body to recover from emotional and physical strain. Without sufficient sleep, our stress response system becomes overactive. The body's ability to respond calmly to pressure is diminished, and we become more likely to react negatively to stress. Sleep deprivation also reduces cognitive function, making it harder to think clearly and make rational decisions under pressure. Sleep helps strengthen emotional resilience, allowing us to stay focused and composed when facing challenges. A good night's sleep restores balance to the body and mind, making it easier to handle pressure and stress effectively. Fact 75. The influence of sleep on your skin's health. Sleep has a direct impact on the health and appearance of your skin. During sleep, the body repairs and regenerates skin cells, which helps keep the skin looking fresh and healthy. Growth hormones released during deep sleep stimulate collagen production, improving skin elasticity and preventing wrinkles. Lack of sleep, however, can lead to a range of skin issues. Sleep deprivation increases cortisol levels, which can lead to inflammation and breakouts. It also reduces blood flow to the skin, meaning less oxygen and nutrients are delivered to skin cells. This can result in dull, tired-looking skin. In addition, insufficient sleep can impair the skin's natural barrier function, making it more prone to irritation and infection. On the other hand, getting enough sleep supports the skin's natural healing processes, helping to reduce redness, puffiness, and dark circles under the eyes. Fact 76. How sleep helps with emotional memory. Processing sleep is essential for processing emotional memories. During sleep, the brain consolidates and sorts through experiences from the day, helping us make sense of and regulate our emotions. This is especially important for managing stress, trauma, and anxiety. During REM sleep, the brain processes and stores emotional experiences. It helps us come to terms with difficult feelings and find emotional balance. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to manage emotions, leading to increased stress, irritability, and emotional instability. Good sleep also helps us regulate emotional responses to future events. By processing emotions during sleep, the brain is better prepared to handle similar situations in the future with greater emotional resilience. Ensuring adequate rest supports the brain's ability to process and regulate emotions, reducing emotional distress and helping us navigate challenging experiences. Fact 77. The role of sleep in detoxifying the body. Sleep plays an important role in detoxifying the body. During rest, the body's systems, including the lymphatic system, work to remove waste products and toxins that accumulate throughout the day. This detoxification process is vital for overall health and helps prevent the buildup of harmful substances in the body. One key system involved in detoxification during sleep is the lymphatic system. It clears waste from the brain, including harmful proteins like beta amyloid, which have been linked to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Sleep is the body's natural cleaning process, ensuring that waste products are efficiently removed and the body can function optimally. Sleep also supports liver function, which is essential for detoxifying the body. The liver works to process and eliminate toxins, and getting enough rest ensures that it can perform its functions effectively. Fact 78. The link between sleep and pain. Sensitivity sleep is directly related to pain sensitivity. When we don't get enough sleep, our bodies become more sensitive to pain. Sleep deprivation increases the production of pro-inflammatory chemicals, which can make pain feel more intense and difficult to manage. Chronic pain conditions, such as arthritis or migraines, can be worsened by poor sleep. During sleep, the body's pain management system is activated. Sleep helps regulate pain signals and promotes the release of natural pain-relieving hormones, such as endorphins. This is why people often report feeling less pain after a good night's rest. Sleep also helps the brain process and manage pain better. It enhances the brain's ability to cope with discomfort and reduces the emotional impact of pain. For people suffering from chronic pain, improving sleep quality can significantly reduce pain sensitivity and improve overall well-being. Fact 79. How sleep regulates your metabolism. Sleep plays a key role in regulating metabolism, which is the process by which the body converts food into energy. When we sleep, the body's systems work to balance hormones that control hunger and energy use, including insulin, leptin, and ghrelin. Insulin sensitivity is improved with adequate sleep, allowing the body to process glucose more efficiently. Lack of sleep, on the other hand, can lead to insulin resistance, increasing the risk of weight gain, obesity, and diabetes. Sleep also regulates appetite by controlling leptin and ghrelin. Leptin helps us feel full, while ghrelin stimulates hunger. Sleep deprivation lowers leptin levels and raises ghrelin levels, causing increased hunger and cravings, especially for high-calorie foods. Getting enough sleep helps maintain a balanced metabolism, which is crucial for weight management and overall health. Fact 80. The role of sleep in your gut. Health sleep plays a significant role in maintaining gut health. The gut is often referred to as the second brain because it contains a complex network of neurons that communicate with the brain. Sleep helps regulate the gut microbiome, which is the community of bacteria and other microorganisms that live in the digestive system. Studies show that sleep deprivation can disrupt the balance of gut bacteria, leading to issues like digestive discomfort, bloating, and increased inflammation. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for digestion, immunity, and overall health, and sleep helps keep it in balance. Inadequate sleep can also affect the body's ability to digest food properly. This can lead to problems like acid reflux, poor nutrient absorption, and gastrointestinal distress. Sleep supports the body's ability to process food and maintain healthy digestion, which is essential for overall well-being. Fact 81. How sleep promotes healing and tissue repair. Sleep is essential for healing and tissue repair. During deep sleep, the body releases growth hormones that stimulate tissue regeneration and muscle repair. This is especially important for recovery after exercise or injury. When we sleep, the body also works to reduce inflammation, which is key for healing. Sleep helps the body rebuild cells and tissues that have been damaged by physical activity, stress, or injury. It is during this time that the body repairs muscles, bones, and other tissues, allowing us to feel better and recover faster. Without enough sleep, the body's healing process slows down. This can lead to longer recovery times and an increased risk of injury. To ensure optimal healing, it's crucial to get adequate rest. Sleep supports the body's natural repair mechanisms, helping us stay healthy and recover quickly from physical stress. Fact 82. The impact of sleep on learning efficiency. Sleep plays a critical role in learning efficiency. After learning something new, sleep helps solidify that information in long-term memory. During sleep, the brain processes and organizes new knowledge, making it easier to recall and apply later. This is especially true for complex tasks, where sleep allows the brain to make connections and strengthen learning pathways. Studies show that students who get enough sleep perform better on tests and retain information longer than those who are sleep-deprived. Sleep also enhances focus and the ability to absorb new information. When we don't sleep enough, learning becomes less efficient, and it's harder to retain and recall facts. In essence, sleep helps improve the efficiency of learning by allowing the brain to process and consolidate information. The more rest we get, the better we can learn and perform tasks that require mental effort. Fact 83. How sleep affects decision-making. Under pressure, sleep has a significant impact on decision-making, particularly when pressure is involved. When we are well rested, the brain is more capable of thinking clearly, processing information efficiently, and evaluating risks accurately. This is essential when we need to make quick decisions or face high-pressure situations. Lack of sleep impairs decision-making skills. Sleep-deprived individuals often make more impulsive decisions, take unnecessary risks, or overlook important details. Their ability to weigh the consequences of their choices is reduced, and they may struggle to think critically in challenging situations. Sleep helps restore the brain's decision-making abilities by improving cognitive function, focus, and emotional regulation. Well-rested individuals are more likely to stay calm under pressure, think strategically, and make better decisions. Fact 84. The link between sleep and risk of chronic illness. Sleep is closely linked to the risk of chronic illness. Consistently getting inadequate sleep increases the likelihood of developing serious health conditions, such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. Sleep plays a vital role in regulating the body's metabolic processes, hormone levels, and immune system function. Sleep deprivation affects cardiovascular health by increasing blood pressure and inflammation. Over time, these effects can lead to an increased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular problems. Similarly, poor sleep can interfere with the body's ability to process glucose, leading to insulin resistance and a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. In addition, sleep deprivation is linked to weight gain due to imbalances in hunger hormones. Lack of sleep leads to increased cravings for unhealthy foods and reduced energy expenditure, contributing to obesity. Prioritizing sleep is essential for reducing the risk of chronic illness and promoting overall health. Fact 85. How sleep impacts your ability to stay focused. Sleep plays a crucial role in maintaining focus and attention. When we sleep, the brain clears out waste products, restores energy, and strengthens neural connections, all of which support cognitive function. This allows us to stay alert and focused during the day. When we don't get enough sleep, our attention span shortens, and it becomes harder to concentrate on tasks. Sleep deprivation also reduces the brain's ability to filter out distractions, making it difficult to stay on task. Mental fatigue caused by lack of sleep leads to mistakes, slower processing times, and decreased productivity. In contrast, good sleep improves attention and focus. It enhances the brain's ability to concentrate, making it easier to stay engaged in work, learning, or other tasks. To maintain mental clarity and focus, it's essential to get enough sleep each night. Fact 86. Why your sleep environment is crucial for quality sleep. The environment in which you sleep plays a significant role in the quality of your rest. A quiet, dark, and cool room helps signal to the brain that it's time to relax and fall asleep. Environmental factors such as light, temperature, and noise can either promote restful sleep or disrupt it. Exposure to light, especially blue light from screens, can interfere with the production of melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep. A room that's too warm or too cold can make it difficult to fall asleep and stay comfortable throughout the night. Likewise, noise disruptions can prevent you from reaching the deeper stages of sleep, affecting both the quantity and quality of your rest. Creating an ideal sleep environment by minimizing distractions, reducing light exposure, and adjusting the room's temperature can improve sleep quality. For better sleep, ensure that your sleep environment is conducive to rest and relaxation. Fact 87. How sleep increases your brain's learning capacity. Sleep significantly increases the brain's learning capacity. After we learn something new, sleep helps consolidate and reinforce the information, making it easier to recall and apply. During sleep, the brain processes and organizes memories, strengthening the neural pathways involved in learning. Sleep also enhances the brain's ability to think critically and solve problems. It allows the brain to make connections between different ideas and concepts, which is essential for learning new skills or information. Without enough sleep, the brain struggles to process and store new knowledge, which can hinder learning and memory. Getting sufficient sleep supports neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow. This enhances the brain's ability to absorb and retain new information, improving overall learning capacity. Fact 88. The effects of night shifts on your health. Working night shifts can have a significant impact on health. The body's circadian rhythm, which regulates the sleep-wake cycle, is disrupted when we work during the night. This can lead to sleep deprivation, increased stress, and a range of health issues. Night shift workers often struggle to get enough rest during the day because their sleep is lighter and less restorative. Chronic sleep disruption is linked to a higher risk of developing heart disease, diabetes, and other chronic conditions. Night shift work has also been associated with mood disorders, such as depression and anxiety, due to the constant disruption of the natural sleep-wake cycle. To mitigate the effects of night shifts, it's important to prioritize sleep, create a dark and quiet sleep environment, and maintain a healthy diet and exercise routine. Working with the body's natural rhythm is key to minimizing health risks related to night shifts. Fact 89. Why early risers perform better mentally. Early risers often perform better mentally because their bodies and minds are aligned with the natural sleep-wake cycle. When you wake up early, you start the day with energy, focus, and mental clarity. Studies have shown that people who wake up early tend to have better cognitive function, decision-making skills, and overall productivity. Early risers also experience improved mood and emotional regulation. The morning hours tend to be quieter, offering a peaceful environment for focused work or relaxation. By waking up early, you give yourself a head start on the day, which can lead to greater success and satisfaction in both personal and professional life. Establishing a morning routine that aligns with the body's natural circadian rhythm can enhance mental performance and set the tone for the rest of the day. Early risers often report feeling more organized, motivated, and focused. Fact 90. The importance of sleep for emotional recalibration. Sleep is essential for emotional recalibration, which is the process of resetting and processing emotions. During sleep, especially during REM sleep, the brain processes emotional experiences and helps regulate mood. This emotional processing is vital for maintaining mental well-being and emotional resilience. Lack of sleep makes it harder to manage emotions. Sleep deprivation increases the activity of the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing fear and stress. As a result, people who are sleep deprived are more likely to experience heightened emotional responses and have difficulty handling stress. Getting enough sleep helps regulate emotions by allowing the brain to process and make sense of emotional experiences. This emotional recalibration helps improve mood, reduce anxiety, and increase emotional resilience, making it easier to cope with challenges in daily life. Fact 91. The effects of sleep on your mental health. Over time, sleep has a profound impact on mental health over time. Consistently getting enough sleep supports cognitive function, emotional regulation, and overall mental well-being. Inadequate sleep, however, can lead to long-term mental health problems, including depression, anxiety, and memory issues. Chronic sleep deprivation affects the brain's ability to manage emotions, making it harder to cope with stress and leading to mood swings, irritability, and emotional instability. Over time, sleep deprivation can increase the risk of developing mood disorders such as depression and anxiety. Getting sufficient, high-quality sleep helps protect mental health by supporting the brain's restorative processes. It allows the brain to regulate emotions, strengthen memory, and improve cognitive function. Long-term good sleep habits are essential for maintaining mental health and preventing cognitive decline. Fact 92. How sleep affects your cognitive aging. Sleep plays an important role in cognitive aging, as it helps maintain brain health as we get older. During sleep, the brain clears out toxins that accumulate during the day, including beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. By removing this waste, sleep helps protect the brain from cognitive decline. Additionally, sleep supports memory consolidation, which is essential for maintaining cognitive function over time. As we sleep, the brain strengthens connections between neurons, making it easier to recall information and learn new things. This process is critical for keeping the mind sharp as we age. Lack of sleep can accelerate cognitive decline. Sleep deprivation is associated with an increased risk of developing memory problems, dementia, and other age-related cognitive disorders. Inadequate rest can also affect mental clarity, slowing down the ability to process information and making it harder to stay mentally alert. For healthy aging, ensuring regular quality sleep is crucial. Sleep supports the brain's ability to maintain and repair itself, helping to preserve cognitive function as we grow older. Fact 93. The role of sleep in maintaining emotional balance. Sleep is vital for emotional balance. When we sleep, our brains process and regulate emotions, helping us to manage stress and anxiety. A lack of sleep can lead to emotional instability, making it harder to handle everyday challenges with calm and clarity. During sleep, especially during REM sleep, the brain processes emotional experiences from the day. This allows us to better understand our emotions and regulate them effectively. Sleep helps us build emotional resilience, enabling us to cope with negative feelings and stressful situations. Without enough sleep, the brain becomes less effective at managing emotions. This can lead to increased irritability, anxiety, and mood swings. Chronic sleep deprivation is linked to mood disorders like depression, which can further disrupt emotional balance. Prioritizing sleep is one of the most effective ways to maintain emotional well-being. When we get enough rest, our brains are better equipped to process emotions, manage stress, and maintain a stable mood. Fact 94. How sleep can help you cope with grief. Sleep plays an essential role in how we process grief and emotional pain. During sleep, the brain helps us process and make sense of our emotions, allowing us to better cope with loss. It is during sleep that we consolidate memories and come to terms with difficult experiences. When we're grieving, sleep can provide a much-needed emotional reset. It helps reduce the intensity of emotions like sadness and despair, making it easier to face the day with a clearer, calmer mindset. A good night's sleep can offer a sense of comfort and relief, helping us manage the emotional weight of grief. Sleep deprivation, however, can make it harder to cope with loss. Lack of sleep increases stress and emotional reactivity, which can make the grieving process feel more overwhelming. Chronic sleep disruption can even intensify feelings of sadness, leading to depression and anxiety. Getting sufficient rest allows the brain to process grief more effectively, helping to heal emotional wounds and restore a sense of balance. Fact 95. The benefits of deep sleep on your health. Deep sleep is one of the most important stages of sleep for overall health. During deep sleep, the body enters a state of restoration, where tissue repair and muscle growth occur. Growth hormones are released, which help the body rebuild and recover from physical exertion or injury. Deep sleep also supports the immune system, helping the body fight infections and illnesses. It strengthens the immune response by increasing the production of cytokines, proteins that help the body heal and protect against harmful invaders. Without enough deep sleep, the body's ability to recover and defend itself becomes compromised. In addition to physical restoration, deep sleep supports brain function. It's during this stage that the brain processes memories, consolidating new information and helping us retain what we've learned. Deep sleep also plays a role in clearing out waste products from the brain, including beta amyloid, which is linked to neurodegenerative diseases. Ensuring that you get enough deep sleep is essential for both physical and mental health, helping the body recover, the brain stay sharp, and the immune system stay strong. Fact 96. Why sleep is essential for your body's detoxification. Sleep is crucial for the body's detoxification process. During sleep, the body activates various systems that work to clear out waste and toxins that accumulate throughout the day. One of the key systems involved in detoxification is the glymphatic system, which helps clear waste from the brain, including harmful proteins like beta amyloid, which are linked to Alzheimer's disease. Sleep also supports liver function, which is essential for detoxifying the body. The liver works to break down toxins and filter out harmful substances, and getting enough sleep ensures that the liver can perform this task effectively. Without sufficient rest, the detoxification process slows down, allowing toxins to build up and increase the risk of illness. Sleep is also linked to the removal of metabolic waste products from the body, such as byproducts of digestion. This detoxification process helps reduce inflammation and supports overall health. Without enough sleep, the body's ability to process and eliminate waste is compromised. Fact 97. How sleep helps with motivation and focus. Sleep has a powerful impact on motivation and focus. When we get enough sleep, the brain is better able to process information, stay alert, and concentrate on tasks. This allows us to stay focused on our goals and take action toward achieving them. Sleep is also critical for motivation. It helps regulate the brain's reward system, which is responsible for driving behavior. When we're well rested, we're more motivated to engage in tasks that align with our goals, whether they are personal, academic, or professional. Sleep helps us feel energized and focused, providing the drive needed to accomplish our objectives. On the other hand, sleep deprivation reduces motivation and focus. When we're sleep deprived, the brain becomes less efficient at processing information and making decisions. This leads to increased procrastination, reduced productivity, and a lack of drive. By prioritizing sleep, we can improve our motivation, stay focused on our goals, and perform at our best. Fact 98. The link between sleep and mood disorders. Sleep and mood disorders are closely linked. Poor sleep or chronic sleep deprivation can significantly affect mental health, increasing the risk of conditions like depression and anxiety. When we don't sleep enough, the brain struggles to regulate emotions, leading to mood swings, irritability, and heightened stress. Sleep plays a key role in emotional processing. During sleep, particularly in REM sleep, the brain helps process emotional experiences, making it easier to cope with negative feelings and stress. Lack of sleep disrupts this process, leaving us more vulnerable to negative emotions and making it harder to recover from emotional setbacks. People with sleep disorders are more likely to experience mood disorders, Conditions like insomnia and sleep apnea are often linked to depression and anxiety. Addressing sleep issues is crucial for managing and preventing mood disorders, as good sleep helps restore emotional balance and mental clarity. Fact 99. How sleep affects your ability to handle conflict. Sleep is important for handling conflict effectively. When we're well rested, the brain is better able to manage emotions, make clear decisions, and communicate effectively. Sleep helps regulate the brain's emotional centers, allowing us to respond to conflict with patience, understanding, and logical thinking. On the other hand, lack of sleep makes it harder to manage stress and emotions during conflict. Sleep deprivation heightens the emotional response, making it easier to react impulsively or with frustration. When we're tired, we're more likely to become defensive, irritated, or disengaged, which can escalate conflicts and lead to poor outcomes. Getting enough sleep helps improve emotional regulation, problem-solving, and communication skills, making it easier to navigate conflicts in a healthy way. Restful sleep allows us to approach disagreements with a clearer mind, increasing the chances of resolving conflicts peacefully and constructively. Fact 100. Why prioritizing sleep leads to a happier, healthier life. Prioritizing sleep is one of the most important things you can do for your overall well-being. Sleep affects every part of your body and mind, from physical health to mental clarity and emotional stability. When we get enough sleep, we're more likely to feel energized, focused, and ready to take on life's challenges. Sleep supports immune function, promotes healing and tissue repair, regulates hormones, and helps with memory and learning. It also plays a key role in managing emotions, reducing stress, and improving mood. A well-rested body and mind are more resilient, productive, and capable of handling the ups and downs of daily life. Making sleep a priority improves quality of life by supporting both physical and mental health. It enhances mood, boosts motivation, and strengthens emotional resilience, making it easier to enjoy a happier and healthier life,